So for this video, I'm going to be taking on Meliel's Garrison on Master Difficulty from the Isle of Madness story mode. And for this particular encounter, the only weird thing that you have to take into account is the Baron. It's a creature that starts in play on your side, and if it dies, you lose. So you have to protect the Baron while also killing Meliel. And in order to do that, I'm using a Battle Mage deck. It's basically an item Battle Mage deck, very, very heavy with items, because as long as you pump up the Baron, he becomes very hard to kill. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. As I do with all of these videos, there's going to be a deck code in the video description if you want to use my list. You don't have to use my list. You can use a control deck. You can use other item-based decks. You can use something with healing, for example, if you want to go the endurance route. But this is what I used, and it works pretty well. The only things you really have to watch out for in this particular matchup, I'll get rid of these, in my opinion anyway, are Fighter's Guild Recruit is a card that they run. So when you're breaking runes, you don't want to accidentally give them a prophecy Fighter's Guild Recruit. We'll just go ahead and put this on here early now. No reason not to. There's going to be plenty of items for Gardener. So you got to be careful when breaking runes, so you have a way to deal with that. The other thing you have to worry about is they do run the Exalted Creature that gains a random keyword. And sometimes that gets lethal, or if your Baron is low, sometimes that gets charge as well. So Fighter's Guild Recruit did go down. We're actually just going to go ahead and go with the throw. Because again, it's just all about protecting this. So there's a Fighter's Guild Recruit, but thankfully we have wards to deal with that.
Watch yourself now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to pass, and it'll end up taking this out as well. We're saving this just because we want to pair it with our Gardener at some point here.
This day is mine.
Gardener plus Mace is also really valuable. Alright, so at this point we are going to attack, because if they do get a Fighter's Guild Recruit, we can answer with this.
Stand before the Prince of Prophecy.
And they did not, so now we're okay with putting them on the cusp. And I think we're going to go ahead and develop the
marked path.
Gardener. And we're going to throw this on because he is going to come over here now. And we would like to protect him.
Honorless insects, they dare face me?
Alright.
All power flows from the gods.
And we should be in pretty good position at this point. Likely don't need the second Gardener right away, so we'll probably develop these two. Now it's interesting because on the one hand, right, if we were to play this Mace, this is technically +4 damage, so it would put us really close to lethal, but not quite at lethal, in which case if we're not going to get to lethal, we're going to hold it, because again, if they get any sort of prophecy, we want to be able to shackle the appropriate creatures. So we're going to go ahead and attack first.
Keep off the grass now.
We'll go ahead and actually just actually no, we'll swing. And we'll play the skilled blacksmith over here.
It's time for the muscle.
We'll pump up our Baron and shackle these. And then essentially, as long as our Baron survives, and that's the entire point,
I'll keep a lookout.
we should have
You are not worthy.
a lethal coming soon. Alright, so if this had gotten lethal, for example, that could have been a problem, but it thankfully did not. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and then once we attack with the Baron, we win. So again, you're just using items to make sure that the Baron is huge and therefore very difficult to kill, and then reacting to the board accordingly. There are some other protection things in here, obviously, because it's Battle Mage. There is Sentinel's Battle Mace, also provides ward crafters, as you saw, things like that. Again, just keep this alive and keep in mind Fighter's Guild Recruit, and then also keep in mind this creature, because it can gain lethal, and if it's in the shadow lane here and you can't get rid of it, that's annoying. Or if your Baron is low, 2 health or less, sometimes this gets charged the turn that it's played. That can give you fits as well. Otherwise, this is it. So if you were struggling, hopefully this video helps you. If not, then great, good for you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, may you walk on warm sands.